Did you know that 67% of the world's billionaires didn't inherit their wealth? They started with nothing. That's right. No trust funds. No family businesses. Just an idea and the drive to make it happen. It's easy to think you need money to get started. But the truth is, the wealthiest people in the world didn't have money when they began. They used creativity, grit, and resourcefulness to build their fortunes. In this guide, you'll discover the exact strategies that people who started with zero used to turn nothing into something. From how to network without spending a dime, to how to think like a millionaire even when your bank account is empty. Get ready to shift your mindset and learn how to build wealth without money. It's not just possible, it's proven. Stay tuned to learn the step-by-step methods that can change your life. Chapter 1. The Billionaire Blueprint. Starting from zero. Starting with nothing doesn't mean you have to stay there. In fact, many of the world's richest people started with no money at all. Think of people like Jeff Bezos, Elon Musk, or Oprah Winfrey. They didn't have vast fortunes when they began. They had ideas, grit, and a mindset that pushed them forward. Most people assume that wealth is built on money, but it's actually built on ideas. According to a study by the Ewing Marion Kauffman Foundation, 75% of self-made billionaires didn't inherit their wealth. Instead, they created it from scratch. This shows that your ability to think differently is the real asset you need to succeed. A key strategy for starting with no money is to leverage your skills and knowledge. Focus on what you know and find a way to turn it into something valuable. If you're good at problem solving, start by identifying issues around you and create a simple solution. It's also crucial to understand the power of delayed gratification. Billionaires like Warren Buffett have famously said, "The stock market is a device for transferring money from the impatient to the patient." Wealth doesn't always come fast, and understanding that is a huge part of starting from nothing. Another powerful tool is mindset. Having the right mindset is everything. As Tony Robbins says, the only limit to your impact is your imagination and commitment. The richest people think long-term, and their focus on future results is what keeps them going. When you're starting with no money, it's easy to get discouraged. But remember, every business, every successful venture, began with someone who had an idea and believed in it. Chapter 2. The Hustler's Habit. Growing wealth in silence. The real hustle begins when no one is watching. Many rich people don't show off their success, they build quietly. Steve Jobs, for example, didn't spend years talking about how great Apple would be. Instead, he focused on creating it. His drive came from the work, not the applause. Start by building a habit of consistency. Small actions every day add up to big results. Just like a plant grows with daily care, your ideas and ventures will grow through consistent effort. Look at people like Mark Zuckerberg. He worked for years on Facebook before it became a global phenomenon. One crucial aspect of this is the power of compound interest, not just in money, but in skills. The more you practice, the better you get. Small, daily improvements eventually lead to massive success. You might not have money to spend, but you have time. Use that time wisely. Research, learn, and grow your skills daily. Every successful entrepreneur has put in hours of behind-the-scenes work, much of it unnoticed. Networking is also part of the quiet hustle. Many successful people get where they are because they're connected to the right people, but those connections don't always come with cash. They come through building genuine, long-term relationships. Oprah Winfrey, for example, grew her empire by connecting with influential figures early on. Also, don't be afraid of failure. The richest people have failed countless times. But the difference is, they learn from failure instead of quitting. Michael Jordan once said, "I've missed more than 9,000 shots in my career. I've failed over and over again. And that is why I succeed." Chapter 3. The School of Scrappiness. How struggles teach you wealth. When you start with no money, you're bound to face challenges. But what if I told you those challenges are your greatest teachers? Struggles, failures, and setbacks don't just stop you, they prepare you for greater success. It's the scrappy entrepreneurs who often rise the highest. The key is embracing the struggle. Richard Branson, the founder of Virgin Group, famously started with very little. He failed at many businesses before Virgin became a huge success. Branson has often said, "Business opportunities are like buses, there's always another one coming." His willingness to take risks and embrace failure is what led him to create multiple billion-dollar companies. Many wealthy people faced rejection and setbacks that would have stopped most. But instead of quitting, they adjusted and kept going. For instance, Henry Ford was rejected 1,000 times before he found the funding for his first car company. Another strategy is learning from every setback. Every failure teaches you something valuable. Instead of seeing failure as a dead end, treat it as a lesson that leads you to a better solution. Additionally, learn to be resourceful. Even when starting with no money, there are endless free resources at your disposal. You don't need $1 million budget to learn and grow. Books, free online courses, and mentorships can all guide you toward your goal. The best part? Scrappy entrepreneurs are more creative. They have no choice but to innovate. Take, for example, Airbnb founders Brian Chesky and Joe Gebbia. They had no money to launch their startup, so they sold cereal to fund their idea. Through sheer creativity and resourcefulness, they turned a small idea into a billion-dollar business. In the end, the wealthiest people didn't get there by avoiding struggle. They got there by facing challenges head-on and turning them into opportunities. They built businesses on the lessons learned from setbacks, mistakes, and rejection. If you're finding these strategies helpful, make sure to subscribe for more insights on how to build wealth from scratch. Let's dive deeper into the next chapters. Chapter 4. The Networking Goldmine. Making connections with nothing in hand. You might think you need a large bank account to get ahead, but it's the people you know that often make the biggest difference. This is especially true when you're starting with no money. Networking isn't just about exchanging business cards. It's about building real, meaningful relationships. In fact, research from the Harvard Business Review shows that 85% of jobs are filled through networking, not job ads. This means that if you're starting a business or project with no money, your ability to connect with the right people could be more valuable than anything else. When you network, focus on creating value for others before asking for anything in return. A simple way to do this is by sharing knowledge, offering help, or making introductions. That's how relationships become mutually beneficial. Remember, networking isn't about quantity, it's about quality. Take Gary Vaynerchuk as an example. He built his massive business empire not by throwing money at the problem but by giving his time and advice to others in his industry. He calls this, jab, 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 right hook, a strategy of giving before asking. It's also crucial to understand that not all networks are formal. Sometimes, the best connections come from casual conversations or local communities. In fact, some of the most successful entrepreneurs, like the founders of Warby Parker, met each other through casual university meetups. So, how can you start? Go to local events, join online communities, and engage in meaningful conversations. LinkedIn is a goldmine for professional networking, and it's free. Make sure your profile showcases your skills and passion. Even if you don't have money to invest, you have your personality and skills, which can go a long way. Networking also isn't just about meeting potential partners or investors, it's about building a support system. When the going gets tough, having a group of like-minded individuals to turn to can be invaluable. Don't forget to subscribe for more tips on how to use your connections to grow wealth. Chapter 5. The Moneyless Mind. Thinking like a millionaire with empty pockets. Money might be a tool, but it's not the key to success. The real power lies in how you think. The mindset you adopt can determine your future. People who think like millionaires believe in their ability to create value, and they act on it. Take Elon Musk for example. He had no money when he started Tesla, but he had an unshakable belief in electric vehicles. His mindset was, if I can make this work, I can change the world. This belief fueled his persistence through the tough times. One of the most crucial aspects of thinking like a millionaire is developing an abundance mindset. This means believing that there are plenty of opportunities for everyone, and success doesn't have to come at someone else's expense. This mindset opens the door to collaboration instead of competition. As Napoleon Hill famously said in his book Think and Grow Rich, whatever the mind can conceive and believe, it can achieve. Hill's research on successful people revealed that a positive, growth-oriented mindset is the most important trait they share. If you're starting with nothing, it's easy to fall into the trap of scarcity thinking, believing there's not enough for everyone, or that you'll never make it. This mindset keeps you stuck. Instead, adopt a mentality of possibility. If you look at every setback as a lesson, and every problem as an opportunity, you'll start to think more like a millionaire. Rich people are also good at taking calculated risks. They don't avoid risk, they learn how to manage it. If you think like a millionaire, you'll see risk as an essential part of growth, not something to fear. Start by practicing positive affirmations. Every morning, tell yourself that you have the potential to create wealth. Affirmations set the tone for your day and reinforce your belief in your ability to succeed, even if your bank account is empty right now. Subscribe for more insights on how to shift your mindset and create wealth with no money. Chapter 6. The Giving Game. Teaching others to learn and earn. You don't need a fortune to create wealth. In fact, some of the richest people in the world give away more than most people will ever earn. Bill Gates and Warren Buffett have pledged to give away most of their wealth through their Giving Pledge, which is a promise by billionaires to donate the majority of their wealth during their lifetimes. Why? Because teaching and giving back create more value than accumulating wealth. When you give, you get back, not just in financial terms but in knowledge, connections, and opportunities. This isn't just a feel-good principle, it's a strategy. One of the most effective ways to build wealth without money is by teaching others. By sharing your skills and knowledge, you become a valuable resource to others. And in doing so, you often open doors for yourself. Take YouTube creators for example. Many of them start by teaching something they know, whether it's coding, photography, or life hacks, and they turn their content into profitable businesses. When you teach, you not only build trust, but you also gain authority. People are more likely to support someone they trust, and your expertise becomes an asset. Kevin Kelly, the founder of Wired magazine, coined the term, 1,000 true fans, in which he argued that if you can build an audience of 1,000 people who love what you do, you don't need millions of followers to succeed. Teaching also sharpens your own skills. As you explain concepts to others, you gain deeper insights and understanding. Even if you don't have money to invest in learning, teaching others is one of the best ways to level up your own knowledge. Look at successful bloggers, podcasters, and online course creators. They all started by teaching what they knew, often for free, and later monetized it through paid content, services, or sponsorships. You can do the same by sharing your expertise, no matter how niche it may seem. Finally, understand that mentorship plays a significant role in wealth creation. Successful people often find mentors who teach them, but they also take on mentees, passing down their knowledge. It's a cycle of giving and receiving that benefits everyone involved. That's it. If you found these tips helpful, make sure to subscribe for more insights on how to create wealth from scratch. Your journey to financial freedom starts now.